Afternoon, Pep. You okay? Can we start with COVID and the new variant? Some clubs have already been affected. Have you had to tighten up your protocols this week and implement any changes? Has it had any impact on your preparations? And how big a concern is this for managers with all the games that you have coming up in December?
Well, the concern is always here due to the variant or the pandemic is still in the society. Of course, we follow the protocols. Everyone is alert because it happened with another clubs, can happen absolutely here. And mask, social distance, and be careful.
Erling Haaland's agent has said there's a big chance.
Next question. Don't ask me about that. I'm not going to answer.
Okay. Let's move on then. Can you update us on injuries, Ake and Foden, and they've been very strong so far this season of Wolves. What are you expecting from them this weekend?
We will assess this afternoon. We are training in a few hours. And I think he scored 14 goals and concede 15. So it's a team like concede few, no score much, but so stable. And quite similar last years. They had a tendency to play a little bit more between the lines and all the quality players they have. So it was a tough game all the time we play against Wolves in the last years. And I think tomorrow will not be an exception.
Thank you, Tim. Ian Irving.
Hello, Pep. I just wondered on Phil Foden. He seems to have had sort of niggles and small problems now over the course of a few weeks, and there's been some doubts. He's come back into the team, gone away. How frustrating is it that he's had these problems given how well he started this season?
Well, when you have an injury in ankle, you have 2 month holidays, will recover incredibly well. But when you have every 3 days games, always you start with some niggles. And I think he still has these niggles, have to live with that, but every time it's better and better.
Is there any way that you would ask him to take a break for an extended period to get him right? Or is this just how it's going to be managing these niggles?
No, I don't think so. He will dictate. He will say how does he feels independent of the games. And we want this. It's clinic, but that moment in December, like this amount of games, and knowing Phil that he want to fight to be there. So, we will see how does he feel in the next day, game by game.
Sorry, Pep. And just a question as well on Wolves. How much can you learn from their game against Liverpool last week? Liverpool have scored so many goals this season and Wolves have come the closest to frustrating them. It was a very difficult 90 minutes for Klopp's team.
No, it's not just about the game against Liverpool. It's just about when you have played 15 games, I think so, we played already 15 games, and you can take a look about your goals concede, your goals convert, and the balance is so stable. So it's few in both sides. But it's quite similar like we play against Wolves last year. It's always were tight games. We lose few, we won always tight. So always have been a difficult game for the quality they have, for the well structure, and for the pace they have up front, for the set pieces, for the takers, personality, character players. So good keepers. So it's not, they are up there. So they are doing an incredible season so far. So, and we know it, but in the same times, we are in a good position to continue our run in the Premier League.
Thank you, Ian. Simon Stone.
Hi, Pep. We're about to go into this Christmas period again. Do you ever kind of get used to it? Can you ever get your head round why it happens like this in England?
Sorry, Simon?
Why when everybody's coming up for a break, we play more games? Can you ever get your head round why we do it?
No, it's good. It's historic. So I like to play in winter time in this period. So my words are not going to change anything because we would like to, especially in the 90, when you play just 2 days rest between the games in a Christmas times and New Year Eve, just no time to recover for the players. But every season we discuss a link for the last 20, 30, 40 years about this statement, and nothing changed. So adapt, adjust, and pray the players don't get injured and go on, go forward. So the player has the ability to excel their limits as much as possible is what they have to do.
This does seem to be a time of year when your team is at its best, though. Some years don't. So, and every year is different. So we will see this year. So, my thoughts about that. So, what's next? Next is tomorrow, 12:30. So, and don't think other circumstances, any other circumstances different than that. So, next one is the most important thing. And can I just ask you, it's a big day or a big weekend for the actual City football group with New York City playing in their first MLS final. Can you say anything about the progress they've made? Because obviously members of your staff have had a major impact on that club. Well, first is a big congratulations. So when Dome Torrent was there, making a step forward, qualifying for finish first in the conference, and unfortunately in the playoff went out in the previous rounds. And today with the new manager and the team, reached something good. So this organization was built for that, and it's good for this brand, for New York City, for the city from New York, and for the club. Achieve this, being champion of the conference and now play the final to the final. So yeah, wish him, of course, on behalf of the Man City, all the best. Of course, it's good as part of our family, and hopefully they can reach and win the final. Thank you.